I'll be off and gone to either Charlotte or Dallas, and then from there make my way over to Florida. And now that I've let a little bit of the cat out of the bag, that's where I'm going to be heading. And that's part of my vacation. Now, as far as the person trying to raise me on the radio, well, I could only think of few, but I don't know who it would be at 10 o'clock in the morning, because I think I had my radio turned off. Maybe they'll hear you on here and call for you later. Well, have a safe trip out there. Make it enjoyable. Say hi to Rebecca, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks for checking in. This is KB5EDB. Let's go with Kilo Juliet 6, Yankee Juliet Romeo. Please go ahead. Kilo Juliet 6, Yankee Juliet Romeo. If you're still there, please go ahead.
Or good afternoon to you in the net. This is Kilo Juliet 6, Yankee Juliet Romeo, currently on a road trip out of Williamsburg, Virginia, and I've made it to Woodward, Oklahoma. Taking a little break and honestly headed to the west coast of communist California. Just saying hi to your net. What a great net. Just passing through town.
Have a safe trip. You passed through Tulsa maybe, and you didn't get to take part in any of the festivities they've got going on. They opened up a new low water dam near the city of Tulsa on the Arkansas River. They've got an area where you can kayak and canoe and row the longboats and things like that. They've got the world's largest river duck. He's 61 feet tall. They've got all kinds of bands and arts and things like that going on. Monday they'll have they're bringing back the Great Raft Race that we used to hold on the Arkansas years ago. So you did miss all of that. So anyway, have a safe trip, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks again for checking in. We're here each and every day starting at 12 o'clock noon Central Time.
I appreciate the welcome, and what a great state of Oklahoma. So just passing through, had a pit stop to make. I got my best friend from childhood who lives here in Woodward, Oklahoma. KJ6 YJR.
Be safe on your trip, and we'll talk to you again. By the way, if you've got Echolink, well, I know you've got Echolink capabilities because you can do it through your phone. N5XQK-R is the Echolink address, so you can make contact with us that way. So have fun visiting your friend, and maybe get them to become a ham. This is KB5VDB. I'm going to call this KA3 BMF. Are you still there with us, sir? Well, I want to thank each and every one of you who took some of your valuable time and checked into our net. We really appreciate it. For those of you in the Tulsa area at 8 o'clock tonight, Ray and I will co-host the Saturday Night Simplex Net. We start on 146.55. When we get all of the 2-meter check-ins, we go to 446.0, and we do it all over again. That's 8 o'clock. So join us on Simplex if you can. This is KB5VDB. I'm going to turn it over to Jairus now. So, by the way, are you still unbearded?
Oh, no, Ron. I was only unbearded for one day, and then I started letting it grow back, and it's back to its full glory now. So I just did it as an experiment to see what I look like, and I didn't like it, so I grew it back. Anyway, this is Alpha India 5 Quebec. I will be running the second hour of the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net. And I don't do this very often, so bear with me, but I do listen quite a bit, and I am on All-Star. I do have the dashboard up. I can see who's keying, and my logger, Ray, is really good at picking out call signs. So between the two of us, we should be able to get most people checked in. So with that said, I am ready for check-ins for the second hour. Come now.
Delta Mike, KI5WDM, Donald in the Osage.
Kilo at 8, Sir Poster, Mark in Wadsworth, Ohio.
Kilo 7, November Hotel, Vincent from South Brooklyn, no traffic.
Yeah, okay, Step 3, didn't realize the time flipped over. Although the net controllers always don't flip over the hour. Okay, Step 2B.
All right, we'll stop it right there, and I'll list off who I've got. I've got KI5WDM, KE8SFS, KK7 November Hotel, Vincent. Thank you for the in and out, no traffic, and KC8FQV. So we're going to go back to the start of the list and start with KI5WDM. Donald, go right ahead. Take it away.
This is Kilo 5, Whiskey Delta Mike. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well and having fun this Memorial Day weekend, or Labor Day weekend. Yeah, the raft race. I've done that several times in the past, back in the day. It's a lot of fun. Don't know that I'd enjoy it much now, though. But yeah, if you ain't got nothing to do and you're in Tulsa area, good thing to even go watch. I'm in Skytuck hanging out, helping a buddy plan out a little window air install, and just kind of taking it easy today. So I'll let you have your net back. Appreciate everybody that hosts the net for us. KI5WDM 73.
All right, 73 Donald, and appreciate you checking in with us. We will talk to you later. And I hear you on the net most days. I don't check in a lot of times, but I am monitoring. So I recognize the vast majority of these call signs, and can usually tell when somebody's new to the net or when something's gone haywire because there's lots of new check-ins. We had that happen earlier this week. Somebody connected us to the East Coast Reflector and added about 200 nodes to our normal connection, and it was an accident. It wasn't supposed to be that way. So when I started hearing lots of different call signs all at once, I knew I needed to investigate what was going on and sever that connection so that we didn't upset anybody. But anyway, Appreciate you being out there. We'll clear with KI5 WDM, and next we have Southern Mark, sorry, KE8 SFS. Take it away, Mark.
Yeah, the other mark is north. I'm the south. I'm the sun mark. I'm south of him. And we got 76 degrees here. It said we got rain, but I look out there and it don't look like it's raining. Might be a light rain, maybe. Feel like 76. A wind is 8 miles per hour west, and it's going to get up to 80 degrees today. I don't know if they ever going to. It's taking their time. Gas price of $3.38 to $3.39 a gallon. And they say it's lower than it was last year. Now, I don't know how it'd be lower. It looks still high to me. And oh no, okay, just got on the net so that I just turned it on again. I was on the first hour, but I turned it off, the radio. I turned it back on again. I'll give it back to you. You're new. I never heard of you before, so no, I don't even remember your name. Nah. Anyhow, I'll get it back to you. Clear. See you at the 8 Sarapod Toaster. Mark in Wadburn, Ohio.
All right, Mark. Well, my name is Jairus. It's like the first part of Jerusalem, Julia Echo Romeo Uniform Sierra. My call sign is AI5Q, Alpha India 5 Quebec. And yeah, I've probably only run 3 or 4 nets in the 4+ years that this net has been running. But I pitch in where I can, and I do a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff with the dashboard and all that. So may not hear me on the air much, but I'm there watching and listening. So next we had KK7NNH in and out, and after that we had KC8FQV Northern Mark. So we got most of the dog pound in here. Go ahead, KC8FQV, take it away.
All right. Yep. KCFQV. Yeah, I meant to say the Northern Dog Pound. Yeah, I think he gets lost in the daytime. Well, hopefully he's packing. Hopefully he's packing his bags or his boxes or whatever they allow him to pack. He's going to move a little bit, only a couple of doors down. I know some people have heard where they move from one apartment to the other. They just take the pile of dishes and carry them from one to the other. You take a rack of clothes, grab them, and carry them. But, yeah, I just unloaded some stuff from my mom. She went to a sale, online sale, and she went and picked the stuff up, so brought that stuff in. Today it's a cool day. I should have gone up to Sandusky. I'm trying to think if I'll handle that today or not. But I know one thing, if I go up there, it'll be different up there than here. Because of the Cedar Point sits on the peninsula, sticks right out in that Lake Erie wind. And, yeah, you never can tell what that lake wants to do. It can be, it can say, hey, we're going to blow some wind around. Yeah, Dave NT8D, he goes sailing, and he likes wind. He likes wind because he can sail that mag boat around. And, yeah, I ate lunch and got that done, and now I'm putting things away. So, I try to keep numbers in order for the sugar, but doing decent. So, other than that, I doubt if I'm going to go up there, because an hour and a half I drive up there. That's not the problem. You know, that's the problem. I don't want to drive anymore. I was, you know, I mean, I don't mind driving. I did last year, drove down to Tennessee and was down there for a week and a half while I went for a coaster con. And, I drove up into the mountain. I didn't like driving that road, really. Well, I didn't mind, but like, holy moly, I come back down this road. I did the same thing in Pennsylvania the year before. I've always seen the incline want to go up once, so I did. Then I left when I was leaving. I got on the wrong road, and I went up the hill to the top. And I said, I didn't want to do that. That's what I was using the incline for. But I got stuck and drove up there, so I drove around and came back down. That was no problem, really. But it's the snap programs and that. I turned the wrong way, but I sort of knew where I was enough that I went off and spun around, came back, but this year I didn't do no travel. So we'll send it back your way, and yep, not too often you do the net, but it's good to get some different people doing it, so back it comes. I think it's Jarris, I thought, KSFQV.
You are correct, Mark. My name is Jarris, and we've talked a couple of times on the net. We've talked in the blue screen, and we've talked a couple of times before net. So I generally try and get into the Beacon net at night, Wednesdays and Sundays at 9 o'clock our time, 10 o'clock your time. So it's always kind of a fun net to hang out and just listen to the shenanigans that are going on, as Nancy would call them. Anyway, well, if you don't feel like driving to, I can't remember the name of the town that starts with an S, don't do it, because if you don't feel like driving, your head's not going to be where it needs to be to get there safely. So you take care, Mark, and we'll clear with KC8FQV. And next on the list was N5NZL, Ron, out of Owasso. He was in and out, and on the blue screen, which we do monitor the blue screen on NetLogger and ragchu.app and everywhere else that we can. So anybody else that would like to check into the net, please come now.
This is KA5OWI, Dave, in Owasso, recheck.
Kilo 5, Alpha, Victor Foxtrot, K5 AGF, Alex in Louisville.
KI5TAQ. Oscar Sierra Bravo, K5OSD.
All right, that sounded like sufficient time for anybody else that wanted to get in this round to get in. AI5Q here, and we've got Dave, KA5OWI. We've got Alex, K5ABF. Somebody was doubling with Alex, but it was probably Tim, KI5TAQ, since he checked in immediately afterwards. And then there's a K5OSD Lloyd. So if you doubled with Alex and you're not Tim, go ahead and come back real quick.
That was me, Whiskey 4 Delta Papa Echo. It's just an in and out, 7-3 all. Bye.
All right, Whiskey 4 Delta Papa Echo or X-Ray, one of the two. My NetLogger will get it right here in a second. It'll pop up. But thanks for being in and out. We've got you on the list, and we shall now move to the top of it and pick up Dave, KA5OWI. And you made it in nice and clean this time. No doubling and no pile-ups and no getting trounced on by anybody. I'm not sure if you tried in the last round, but you made it in nice and clean this time.
No, I didn't try earlier. I was just listening in when you started your first group of check-ins. So anyway, yeah, it's just been odd. It just seems like the past several
oh, I forget how many, several weeks that I've checked in. It seems like I end up doubling a lot more, and I used to not do that. So I wasn't sure if I was having radio issues or not, but when I make the comments, it's usually strong. So wasn't sure what was going on there. But anyway, not a problem. You usually get in one way or another. Comments, it's usually strong. Don't really have anything else more than that. Not a problem. We're just kind of listening in here, and we'll go ahead and turn it back to you and let you carry on. Doing a great job. AI5Q, KA5OWI. Back to that.
Oh, thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. And we will now be clear with KA5OWI getting in on RF the way it should be, as some people in Ohio might say. I'm on All-Star almost all the time, even though I can hit the repeater RF. I like the cleaner sound it has, and I can hear what's going on a little bit better, in my opinion, on All-Star than I can on the repeater outlet, especially with doubles on busy net days with lots of connections. So next we will go to K5 AVF, Mr. Alex. It is your turn on the net. Go ahead.
All right, good afternoon, Jarris, and good afternoon to the net. AI5Q, K5AVF, Alex here, 10 miles south of Tulsa in Glen Cool, where it's 88 degrees and we have no wind out there, 66% humidity. It's not a bad day out, a little overcast, but not too bad. And anyway, enjoying the 88 degrees. That's a lot better than it has been. So, Jarris, I just wanted to check in and say it's nice to hear you. And reverse the roles here, checking in with Jarris instead of Jarris checking in with me. So that's a good deal. Always good to hear a new voice, a new net control voice on the net, and that kind of surprised me, so I had to check in. Jarris, you have a great day, and hello to everyone out there. Gosh, I heard Dave, and I've heard everyone, so it's not a big deal there. But Dave, it's just the nature of the beast, checking in RF or on the All-Star. They both will override each other. Just it's all in the timing. So you just have to keep time. Jarris, have a great day, and say hello to everyone, and thanks for doing what you do. K5 AVF, back to you, Jarris.
K5 AVF. AI5Q. Good to hear you out there, Alex. And yeah, role reversal is kind of fun every once in a while. I just had a wild hair today. I saw that the second hour was open. I asked the wife if we had anything going on and if I could run the second hour. And she said, well, we don't have anything planned, so go for it. Not a problem. I'll get it done. And Ray, thank you for logging for me. I don't know all the newest protocols on logging and saving the file and sending it to Alex and all that kind of stuff to finish up the net. So I appreciate you logging for me, K5 CFY. Next, we're going to pick up Mr. Taco Tim, who's not in the taco truck, but is soon to be on the taco plane tomorrow morning, I guess. KI5 TAQ, take it away.
Good afternoon, Jarris. Now that's a new one, a taco plane. Maybe I should have it painted a big taco and call it Taco Bueno. Oh, but I don't think the company would like me to have it painted up that way. You know, specialty planes already painted in some unique colors. But yeah, I'm heading out tomorrow morning. And, well, as you heard on the first hour, we're of my final destination. And from there, I'd be off the continent. So that should give anybody an idea of where I would be. But, and it's a well-deserved vacation. Get away from the rat race, get away from trouble, Alan, DAY, whomever, but also just get a whole lot of rest and relaxation. And I'll just send it back to you, Jarvis, and let you get on down the log. This is KI5TAQ.
Thank you, Tim. And I realized after I said taco plain, I should have said plain taco. I just want a plain taco, PLAIN TACO. Plain taco. So I'm going to call it that from now on. You're just a plain taco. Until you get back, at least. KI5TAQ will say 73 and catch you later. Enjoy your vacation. And if you've got cell coverage, don't forget to check in on Echolink. If not, that's perfectly fine. Lloyd, K5OSB, you are up next. Good to hear you, sir. Glad to have you on the radio, and glad to pick you up on my hour. Go ahead.
KI5Q in the net, K5OSB. Good afternoon, Jared. Hey, thanks for running your hour today. We appreciate you so much. So, and all you do for the ham community here. So just wanted to jump in and say hello, and again, thanks for that. Just had a kind of a busy weekend this weekend. We got some company in from Kansas City, Missouri, his wife's cousin and her husband, and having a good time. We're out and about right now. We're down here at the quilting shop, and I'm sitting out in the car playing radio while they're in looking. So anyway, having a good time, enjoying it. So take care, guy, and again, catch you later. 7 trees, everybody.
All right, Lloyd. Well, hopefully the AC is running on the car. It's not terribly hot out, but it's hot enough to be sweating pretty bad if you're sitting in a car baking without the AC running. So hopefully you got that going for you. Good to hear you. We'll clear with K5OSB. Next on the list was W4DPE. He was in and out, I believe, from Kernersville, North Carolina. Next we have, who knows, what will the lottery bring me? This is AI5Q looking for additional check-ins to the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net.
Kilo Juliet 6, Yankee Juliet Romeo, checking in from Woodward, Oklahoma, passing through town.
Kilo Delta 5, Alpha Foxtrot Sierra.
AF5 LW, Tulsa.
Uniform out. Good. Have
All right, let me go through who I've got. I've got KJ6YJR out of Woodward, Oklahoma, coming in on the Enid repeater that's linked to us. We've got KD5 AFS Grant. We've got AF5 LW Justin, and VE3 OUA in Toronto. So let's go back up to KJ6YJR. He's mobile and passing through Woodward. Go ahead, sir. Good to hear you back on the radio.
You guys got a great net. Way through town. KG6YJR. Andrew here in Woodward, Oklahoma.
right, well, it's good to hear you. I appreciate you checking in with us. I appreciate you scanning around on the radio while you're out traveling. It's always fun. I did that on my way to Wyoming and back with the kid for summer camp, and made some contacts on 14652 and a few other repeaters throughout the way, just scanning around, trying to see what was going on. It was a lot of fun, so appreciate you being out there. We will clear with KJ6YJR and go to KD5AFS, Grant. And I know you're not smoking anything today, but when are those ribs going on?
I got 5Q in the net, KD5AFS. Good afternoon, Jarrett, everybody else out there. Either tomorrow or Monday, I hadn't made up my mind. Maybe tomorrow, that way I don't have to do anything Monday but eat them. So, by the way, Jarrett, Reese's has baby backs, $2.48 a pound. I got 4 of them yesterday. I think that puts me up to 15 racks of ribs here. I haven't frozen 4 yet, so I'll probably eat 2 of those this weekend, but I think I'm good for ribs for a while. Other than that, no lot going on. I'm just sitting here flipping back and forth to college football games and waiting for the Texas game. Texas and who is it? Colorado State. Come on here in about an hour on ESPN. So I'm kind of waiting on that and just taking it easy today. Sitting around, thought I'd check in and say hi. Don't hear you running the net very often, so I want to be sure and get checked in with you. So that's about all I got, Jarrett. I'll send it back to you, sir. KD5 AFS.
All right, well, thank you, Grant, very much for stopping by and checking in with me. I know I'm not up as net control very often. I get to talk to you when you're net control on occasion on Thursday afternoons, and it's always a treat when I get to do that. And then you and I poke each other on the blue screen quite often, so you know I'm out there monitoring at least. All right, we will clear with KD5AFS and his 15 packs of ribs, and we will go down to AF5LW. Justin, long time no talk, buddy. Go right ahead.
Hey, Jared. So I'm on repeater phone today. I'm out and about, and I just happened to have the radio on when I was en route to my destination here, and I heard you were the net controller, so I figured I'd give you a little wave.
A good deal, Justin. You're sounding pretty good on repeater phone. Nice, crisp, clear audio, no background noise, and you're coming in on your clear note just fine. So glad to have seen you yesterday and talked to you last night. I'll run by probably tomorrow and pick up that radio from you if that works for you, and we'll get it set up and start playing around with it. See how much trouble I can get in on 220.
This radio hostage for a while. No, just kidding. Yeah, I think I'll be around tomorrow all day, unless I just run to the store to grab something. Sounds good. AF5LW, I'll return to the net. Thank you.
All right, we will clear with AF5LW, Justin, Mr. Painter over there. He's a whole, like, 3, not city blocks, but like 3 blocks south of me. So we have a lot of fun on Simple X Net night, teasing each other about who we can hear and who we can't, who's got the better antenna. So anyway, we'll clear with AF5LW and go to VE3OUA, Victor Echo 3, Oscar Uniform Alpha. Go ahead, Rudy.
Oh, there are people today. We're not well. Yeah, all the another battery for this radio. It's like working fine. I have no traffic, but I just want to wish you all a very good weekend. Hey, I think I better go. How can I still be attack on you? Ah, yeah, sure. Take care, my friend. Always. You, or sorry about that.
Not a problem, Rudy, and we appreciate you checking in, saying hello, and wishing us well for the weekend. We've got a holiday weekend here in the States. Most people have Monday off for Labor Day and are enjoying the fruits of their labor by grilling out and or smoking some meats or what have you. But there's that and watching out for cops because a lot of people use it as an excuse to drink too much and then they drive home and it's not a good scenario. So if you are going to imbibe, do take it easy, get a designated driver or use an Uber or just stay home. That's the best thing. Stay home. Call DoorDash to deliver you more beer if you need it. Anyway, Rudy, you got anything else for the net? VE3OUA, go ahead.
I'm sorry I did not take your name. Or cold pipe. I love checking here on this net. You are so friendly and not much to talk to you all. Take care, sir. All the best. No, I don't drink much. I love you. Take care, buddy. All the best.
All right, thank you very much, Rudy. And we will clear with VE3OUA. This is Alpha India 5 Quebec with the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net, and we are looking for additional check-ins. Please come now.
Kilo 2, Hotel Zulu Echo, K2, HZE, Bronx, New York. Here it is, KA5OUG.
Kilo 4, Bravo, Foxtrot Mike. Kilo 4, Bravo, Foxtrot Mike. Captain Bob, Florida.
Kilo Echo 8, Echo Golf Hotel, Captain, Northeast Ohio.
Have doubled with somebody again. KA6DOY, Rimmel checking in.
All right, with Rimmel getting in there probably for the second or third time. I only heard you once, Rimmel, so you're okay. We did get you in there, KA6DOY on the bottom of the list. Before that, we had K2HZE, Thomas, and then KA5, Old Ugly Guy, Charles, KK4 BFM, Captain Bob, and KE8EGH, Kevin. Captain Bob, are you a maritime mobile, or you got some time and we can come back to you? Let me know, please.
KK4 BFM, Captain Bob. Maritime Mobile, but I'm tied up at the dock in Daytona Beach. Back to you.
All right, that'll work. We'll come back to you in turn then. So first up is K2HZE, Kilo 2 Hotel Zulu Echo. Mr. Thomas from New York, go right ahead.
All right, Nick Control, yeah, please copy K2HZ. And of course, my name is Thomas. I'm in the Bronx, right near the Bronx Neck Bridge, on the body of water, which is the Long Island Sound here in the Bronx, New York. Just experimenting right now. I'm coming through on NXDN on Total Group 31777. 1607, then all the all-star nodes will 1605 from my end. And you guys are sounding great. I just happened to find you on the active node list. So I hope you don't mind I stopped in.
All right, well, we certainly don't mind you popping in. This net is very open to newcomers and oldcomers alike. So glad to have you on the list today, K2HZE. And you've got a little bit of chop to your signal on NXDN coming in. This is a RF All-Star Echo Link NXDN P25 DMR YSF TGIF bridged system. So when you get all those things together, sometimes they don't always play very nice, but I was able to understand you just fine. So K2HZE, anything else for the net? And good to have you with us anytime. We're here every day of the week.
All right, that control. No, just wanted to say hello and actually check in with you guys. I'm trying to make it a regular thing, and yeah, I'm running the same thing as well. I actually have 22 different things running, all simultaneously, so that's the issue. It's two TGIF talk groups, all kinds of things connected. If you can look on my QRZ page, and we'll be in the background listening. I can't believe all the stations connected. It's great to see it.
All right, well, thank you very much for stopping by, and I'll have to check out your QRZ page here in a little bit. I'll right-click and go to QRZ lookup in NetLogger and pop you up real quick so I don't forget to read through it after the net. Next, we have KA50UG. Old ugly guy kind of goes back a few years, but that's what Charles used to say. Not sure I've heard him say it very recently, but there you go, Mr. Charles. Good to hear you, and glad to have you on the net. Go right ahead.
Yeah, very good afternoon there to you, Juris, and to the group. Yeah, I guess I hadn't been using that phonetics quite as much. I don't know whether you'd heard me use, Shannon's always using the real big guns. So I had countered that a little bit with over-under gun for my. Anyway, good to hear you today. Yeah, I hadn't spoken directly to you for quite some time. Was noticing some text yesterday about some of the finds and some of the things going on. And sounds like you're going to be on 220 for the first time. Welcome there. I think Grant's taking a little break from it right now. I'm not sure whether he's planning to start up again next week with the 220 Friday night net or not. He and Terry normally traded off on that. And let's see, sitting here watching the OSU football game, and so far OSU's doing all right. 10 zip right now. They thought they might really have their hands full with that South Dakota State team. I think they're coming into this with, 29 straight wins, I believe, was what I heard. And, and I guess you do notice I'm on DMR today also, probably. I guess I was in a digital mood after checking in on the M17 net at noon today. I think there were 11 of us checked in there today, and Jeff did a real good job, and we had a fairly lengthy net there. I think we ran 30 minutes or better anyway. I'm not sure just exactly how long it was, but a nice net. And a little bit cooler. Didn't get any rain at my place. Just still waiting on the rain. Some people picked up a little rain, but I wasn't fortunate enough to get any in. Getting pretty dry anyway. And I guess with that, we'll shoot it. Oh, go ahead and put Miss Janine in VOK down for the count. And thanks for doing it this hour, and good to hear you, and nice to chat with you a little bit, Jared. You and the family have a good weekend from KA5OUG.
All right, thank you very much, Charles. Appreciate you stopping by, and putting Miss Janine N5BOK in for the count. We've got her added to the list as well. She's number 45 today. And if this were Thursday, she'd just barely be into the second hour. Alex had 41 check-ins on the first hour on Thursday, and that's because people were clamoring for that 100,000 spot. I'm Mr. Niner, 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 and Shannon is Mr. 100 grand, so that's okay. It's all in good fun. We enjoy being just a part of the net and helping out where we can when we can. So we will clear with KA5OUG, and next we'll go to Captain Bob, KK4BFM. Please take it away.
Net Control, this is Captain Bob, KK4BFM, Daytona Beach, joining the net. Good afternoon, Net Control. I'm sorry, I just tuned in and I didn't get your call sign, but nonetheless, in Daytona Beach, it's a bright, clear, and sunny day, somewhat hot. It's about 90 degrees Fahrenheit, about 30 degrees C, and we get isolated showers, little showers coming in off the ocean. About the winds probably due east, and it's about, I guess, about 5 to 8 knots, but not too bad. But I got a solar oven. I'm cooking with my solar oven, and it's just absolutely a beautiful day to cook because the UV index is about 9. So when the UV index gets 9 to 11, it cooks anything in a very short amount of time. And the other thing I got working on is one of my brothers sent me a GE Global radio, a 6-band shortwave radio made in 1967, and it was GE's first transistor radio. And I've got 3 of the 6 bands working, and I'm trying to get the other 3 working. But it's weighs 15 pounds. It's really, really heavy, but it's a beautiful radio, and I hope to pick up the other 3 brands. But other than that, it's a great start to the Labor Day weekend, Daytona Beach. This is Captain Bob, back to Net Control.
Hello, Captain Bob. It's good to hear you. And the solar oven cooking sounds like something that would be fantastic to play around with on the camp out, maybe for Scouts. I'm heavily involved in Cub Scouts and Scouts BSA, which is changing its name to Scouting America for some reason. But whatever. I guess they got tired of the BSA not standing for Boy Scouts of America anymore since they let girls in. But my daughter's in the girls' troop, and they are doing everything the boys do and then some, so it's all good, and glad to be a part of it. Besides the solar cooker, that shortwave transistor radio that you have sounds like a lot of fun and a heck of a project at 15 pounds. If it all goes sideways, you can always use it as a boat anchor. Hi. You got anything else for the net, Captain Bob, or you want me to go ahead and move on to the next caller? Go ahead.
Captain Bob, back to that. Hey, it's great that you're involved with the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts. When I was a young kid, we were into the Cub Scouts, the Boy Scouts, and we spent a lot of time. I mean, we earned a lot of badges and picked up a lot of information. But that's great to be involved in those 2 Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. That's really good for kids. But I don't have much to add other than the solar oven is, I built the first one 7 years ago, and each year I pull this one out and improve it. So I'm on version number 3.5, I think it is. But it's a wonderful thing here in Florida. Captain Bob, back to Net Control.
All right, thank you very much, KK4BFM. This is Alpha India 5, Quebec. Forgot to mention that last go-around. The name here is Jairus, Juliet Romeo Uniform Sierra. I don't usually run the nets, but they had an open slot today, and I had some open time, so I decided to jump in. Next, we've got KE8EGH, Mr. Kevin out of Ohio. Please go ahead.
Well, good afternoon or morning, wherever it is, wherever you're at. Just relax at the camper. Haven't had much time to chill out here lately. I've been pretty busy with work and everything else in life. And yeah, I'm just recuperating. Did the our local fair's demolition derby Thursday night. First time since 1990, 94, 95, I can't remember, but somewhere in that area. Had a pretty good time, a little sore like yesterday, and so other than that, recuperating, and I'm gonna go to the fair tomorrow and Monday to see the grandkids stuff. So other than that, everybody be safe, enjoy the weather. KE80G.
Well, thanks for stopping by. Sure appreciate it. And what kind of car did you run in the demolition derby? I'm kind of curious. Those things fascinate me. I used to love going to them as a kid, and I still want to go to them now as an adult. I just can't find the time to, it seems like. But what kind of car did you run in the demolition derby?
It was somewhere around an '06 Crown Vic with the, actually it was a police car at one time, and we bought it, the company bought it for we used it for flagging and safety, traffic control. And they were like, yeah, let's just derby it, because we got other vehicles now. So last year it ran a little bit. The kid that drove it didn't last too long, and it was pretty salvageable this year. Actually, it looked like it never got hit. So, but yeah, old police car, KE80G.
Very cool. It's a lot of fun paying attention to those demolition derbies and seeing how the cars have evolved over the years into the later models of things. You never would have thought an '06 would be something that you could trash, but seems like nowadays those old cop cars are ripe for the picking. And I know a guy on YouTube that gets in a race every year with about 30 of them. Can't remember what he calls it, but he invites other YouTubers from all over the place to come race in his racetrack and the old cop cars that they've bought, and they tear those things up, something fierce. So anyway, we will clear with KEA-EGH. This is AI5Q with the N5XQK Memorial Board and Breaker Net, and next we have Mr. Rimmel, KA6DOY. Or if you know him as a covert spy, it's YOD6AK.
Well, thank you, Jairus. This is KA6DOY, sometimes known as Yankee Oscar Delta 6 Alpha Kilo, and it's pretty quiet here in Baofeng at the BIA headquarters. We're always investigating different things, and today, Jairus, we're investigating a drone we got off of TikTok, off of the Temu shop, and I think it was less than $50, but it's made really well. I've got another one. It's a cheaper drone. It's a Hudson that I've had for a few years, but this one is made very similar to some of the Mavic drones, and looks really nice. Came with 3 batteries, and anyway, so I'm looking forward to playing with that, Jairus. Let me get a reset here. So AI5Q and the Border Breaker Net, KA6DOY, Rimmel in Baofeng, Oklahoma. And anyway, we're having a pretty good day over here. I haven't looked to see how much rain we got, but we got a bunch of rain over here, and I'm going to go look at the rain gauge in a minute. But anyway, yeah, this little drone is, like I say, it comes in a case similar to a Mavic. It's about $50. Comes with 3 batteries, extra blades, and prop guards and everything. So kind of a neat little deal, and we'll find out if it flies later. I'm sure it'll crash, but we want it to fly if we can. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great radio day out there. And let me get another reset. While I'm on here, let me tell everybody listening that beginning the day after Thanksgiving, the 3916 kilohertz CQ SantaNet connecting good boys and girls to Santa Claus at the North Pole will kick off again. I think this is the 19th or 20th year, but every year we do this, and we always have kids all across the country check in and talk to Santa Claus, and it's very exciting. Kids come in on a website, cqsanta.com, again, cqsanta.com, and then they pop up on our personal net logger, and so we direct a station somewhere in the United States to call Santa at the North Pole. We have stations all across the country, north and south, coast to coast. So anyway, if you've got kiddies, check out the website, cqsanta.com. Back to you, Jarris, and thank you for letting me get that in. Over.
Not a problem, Rimmel. And CQ Santa is very fun if nobody's ever participated in it before. You can have pretty young kids get on the radio and talk to Santa Claus, third-party traffic, and all that kind of stuff. It's a blast for them and for you and for the net controllers and for Santa. He really enjoys it. So he likes picking up kids while he's mobile and in his sleigh. He's got a pretty good line of sight direct to everybody when he's up in the air. So there you go. We will clear with KA6DOY. Thank you for stopping by, Mr. Rimmel. And this is Alpha India 5, Quebec. Next we have W8HRF off of the blue screen, Mr. Lucy, also known as Josh.
AI5Q and the Boredom Breaker Net. This is W8HRF. Good afternoon. Plaskins word today. Good afternoon, Sheriff, and everybody on the net this afternoon. Hope you're all doing well. Just outside doing some chores. Kind of taking it slow this weekend and doing some odd jobs around the house. How are you doing, Jarris? You got any plans for the Labor Day weekend besides running the Boredom Breaker Net?
Yeah, so this afternoon, about 3:30 or so our time, so in an hour and a half, we're going to go over to my parents' house and take over some bratwurst and hot dogs and buns and cook them up and have some baked beans and brownies and whatnot all over there this evening, because it may rain and it may not. We haven't decided if it's going to rain here yet or not. And my mom's house has enough toys in it to keep the kids entertained. They love to be outside out there and see her gardens and play with the plants, but if it does rain, she has options inside. And then Monday, we are going to Nina's dad's house out in Bristow, Oklahoma, and they are going to play on the farm out there and mess with the animals and have a good time out there when it's not raining, because they don't have as much inside toys as they do outside toys. So that's the plan for the weekend. I just thought I'd pick up this shift since it was open and help Ray out so he didn't have to run a nap, but I did make him still log, so sorry about that, Ray, but appreciate you doing it. W8HRF, anything else? Go ahead.
There's my note ID. I guess it's 3 o'clock, so you're just about done, it sounds like. Well, I just wanted to say thanks for letting me in. It sounds like you got a good next couple of days lined up. Sounds like it'll be fun. So have fun over at the grandparents' house and enjoy Labor Day. And trying to think what else. I was thinking about how you guys were talking about the demo derby. Made me think about how my father-in-law is he's really into cars, and so he has built his own dune buggy and sand rail. So I was talking to Lucy. It'd be kind of cool if I pulled got a old what do you call it, go-kart off of Facebook Marketplace or something that needed to fix it up, and then we could take his sand rail and the dune and the go-kart somewhere. Do some off-roading. That would be kind of cool. So anyways, that was just cool that you guys were talking about the demo derby. I want to see a Line Derby one of these days. That would be really cool. So, but anyways, I'll let you go, Jairus. Thanks for running the net. Good to hear you, and I'm sure we'll hear you on the Beacon net at some point. What is today? Saturday. We'll probably hear you on Sunday or on Wednesday. So we'll catch you later. Have a good rest of the day, everybody. WHRF, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Josh, and we will be clear with WAHRF. Good luck with that little go-kart getting ready to run with the big boys and the sandrails. So sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. This is Alpha India 5 Quebec. We were at the top of the hour, a little bit past actually, and I will be doing last call for the Border Breaker net. This is last call. Anybody that wants in, please come now.
Golf Whiskey 8, Sierra Zulu Lima, Dave in Newport, South Wales.
Hello, Charlie 5, Romeo Bravo Golf, KC5, RBG, Shannon and Tulsa.
Golf 0, Whiskey Uniform Romeo, Gareth in Central Scotland.
Mike 0, Juliet India Tango, Craig in the United Kingdom, in and out. All right, we've got a good list going for the end of the thing, end of the net. There was a station that keyed up right before Dave, GWASCL, and all I got was a C. I think if you will key up and that station key up for a second or two and then say your full call sign and then hold the PTT down for a second, we'll be able to catch you and get you in on the log. So that first station that tried to check in, that all I got was I think a C out of, please go ahead.
I've been me Kilowatt Charlie 5, Papa Whiskey Bravo.
Okay, then we've got Mr. Mitch, KC5PWB, then GWASCL, KC5 RBG, KC5 JVT, which was in and out, and then we had two stations from the UK. I don't remember the first one other than Gareth. I apologize. I don't remember your call sign. The other one was Mike 0, Juliet India Tango. So, Gareth, if you'll come back with your call sign, and then M0JIT, just stand by and we will get to you here at the end of the list, okay?
Thanks very much. Yeah, it's Gareth here in Central Scotland. That's Golf 0, Whiskey Uniform Romeo. Golf 0, Whiskey Uniform Romeo. Back to net control.
All right, thank you for that, Gareth. I should have known that call sign. Somebody else is logging for me, and I'm trying to remember all this stuff in my head instead of writing it down. So there you go. Golf 0, Whiskey Uniform Romeo. I think I remember that call sign, and although it usually has another letter in it, if I remember right. But we'll see. Dave, GWASCL, you are up first. Please take it away.
AI5Q from GW8SZL. Good afternoon there, Gareth, and everybody out there on the Border Breaker net this afternoon. And Ray, could you please proxy in Declan to Whiskey 0, the kind young ham for me, and of course
I can't forget Sue. Mike Whiskey 7 finally did it. Otherwise, when I go downstairs, there'll be some kitchen utensils heading in my general direction. And I'm getting pretty good at dodging them. Yeah, we're sat here home at the moment at 63 Foxtrot, 17 Charlie. It's getting dark. Local time's 20:06. Oh, I just changed to 20:07. And we're under a thunderstorm warning now, which starts at 0400 tomorrow morning and lasts until 2100 tomorrow evening. So let's hope they miss us, as they usually do, due to the mountainous terrain that we got around here. They normally go up the northwestern side and the other side of the mountain, so we very rarely get anything like that here. It's a bit of a... But anyway, I'm hoping for a nice light show there as well there, Jarrett. I know you are running in overtime there, and so I'll make it short, and looking forward to running the first hour tomorrow there as well. And great to hear you in the big chair there, Jarrett. Anyway, with that, I'll say 7 free and let you continue on down the list, and thank you so much for taking my check-in. AI5Q, GW8SZL.
All right, well, GWASZL, we do have your 2 proxies, 2 Whiskey 0 Kilo Yankee Hotel and Mike Whiskey 7. Finally did it on the log. Appreciate you doing that. And good to hear you out there, and be glad to hear you first hour tomorrow. I didn't know if it was you or Declan I was going to ask, but you already told me it's you, so there you go. All right, this is Alpha India 5 Quebec, and we will be clear with GWA SCL and go on to Mr. 100 Grand, KC5, Real Big Guns. Take it away, Shannon.
Hello, Mr. Niner. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns, also known as Mr. 100 Grand. Yeah, I kind of fell back asleep. I was starting to listen at the beginning of the net and fell back asleep, and then the radio I was using to listen, while I dozed back off, the battery died, so I had to grab another radio. Because when I woke up, it's like, man, it sure is quiet. Did I miss the net? And I looked down, it's like 1:59 p.m., and I was like, oh, boy. I need to hurry up and get the radio up and going so I can see if I missed it or not. So I'm glad.
Well, Shannon, you kind of dropped out right after I'm glad, but hopefully you're not still talking and you can hear me. Appreciate you checking in on my hour, and yeah, I texted you earlier, and then I hadn't heard from you, so I thought, well, maybe he fell asleep. He had a late night, cleaning the house and working on stuff, so anyway, I do appreciate you being out there and checking in with me during my hour. As rare as they are, it's almost like a special treat to check in with me and you be Mr. 100 Grand. It's probably not going to happen very often, so there you go. Put that in the log books. KC5, RBG, AI5G. Got anything else for the net?
Well, that was radio 2 that the battery died. I'm on the 3rd radio now. Surely this one will get me through till the end of the net. At least I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But yeah, I was just saying that I'm glad that I was able to get in here and check in with my good friend, one of my best friends. And you know, it's not an everyday opportunity that you're a net control operator, so kind of nice to be able to check in on a special moment. Well, you have a good one there, Mr. Niner, and I am going to try to stay on the cool side of the door. Hopefully I will get Kenyon today instead of his mom and dad giving me the runaround again. Alrighty, this is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns, saying God bless in 73, and I'll wave a hand there at my friends that checked in, Mr. Mitch, another one of my best friends, and Mr. Dave there from across the pond. Wave a hand at all my friends there. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Shannon, for checking in and the kind words. We certainly do think of you as one of our best friends. That's why I call you every day or talk to you on the radio every day. I just need an outlet, and you're a great outlet, and you need an outlet, and I'm a great outlet for you, so it works out really well. Next, we had KC5 JVT Butch, who was in and out, and let's pick up Mitch, KC5, Pizza with Bacon. Go ahead, Mitch. Welcome to the net.
Good afternoon, Jairus and Shannon and everybody else in the net there. I think I heard Rimmel in there. But not much going on here. Just had this radio fired up from last night. They were playing around, and it was scanning there. So heard you in there. Thought I'd jump in and say hi. Fixing to go out and finish mowing the rest of the backyard there. We got the front and the side and about half of the back there, and it started raining on me yesterday evening there. So I think we're good to go. Been playing with the solar a little bit this morning. Going to tie 2 more panels in parallel here in just a little bit. And just not a very sun-friendly day to be experimenting, but we'll work with what we got. Not much else there. May drive up to West Siloam Springs this evening there for races there. They've got a $30,000 to win special there tonight, so them guys will be really out for the fight there to win that one. But with all that being said, Jairus, I'll turn it back to you. KC5 PWB.
All right, well, thank you for stopping by, Mitch, and glad you had the radio still up and running from last night. So we were able to understand you just fine. So I know you were playing around with SSB last night with Justin. Go ahead and come on in, AI5Q. Gareth from the UK, Golf Zero, Romeo, something, something. Are you still there? Please come back.
Yeah, I'm still here. Apologies. All this talk of radios and batteries, and guess what the one thing was I'd forgotten to do? I've had my little radio here sat on in the shack all day, been listening to all the activity, and I've just realized that the little charging cradle wasn't plugged in. Whoops. So I had to quickly grab the other one. Yep, call sign I'm operating under tonight, Golf Zero, Whiskey Uniform, and you are quite correct. The last time we spoke, I was actually signing it as Golf Mike Zero. We've had a bit of a regulations change here in the UK, so now the additional letters that we used to use at the start of the call for depending on which part of the United Kingdom we were, is now discretionary rather than mandatory. Because a lot of what I do within amateur radio, I'm constantly going over the border one way or the other. I opted just to shorten it to G0WUR, just to make life a little bit easier for me. Saves me getting confused. But there we go. Anyway, cracking being able to come on the net and talk to you this evening. I heard you on and thought, there's a voice I remember. I couldn't miss the opportunity to check in whilst you're the net controller. It's been brilliant listening all the way through. Back to you from G0WUR.
All right, well, thank you very much, Gareth, and hopefully everything over on the Extended Freedom Network is working well for you. We definitely enjoy the connection, and we're recently informed that it is a Friday or Thursday, Friday, Saturday connection during the Boredom Breaker Net to the Extended Freedom Network, and we're glad to have you and host you on our network and be a part of the Extended Freedom Network out of the UK. So with that said, we will say 73 to you, Gareth, Golf Zero, Whiskey Uniform Romeo, and that is the end of the net as I see it. We are about 19 minutes over, 20 minutes over, and that's okay. I get paid extra overtime for doing this, so no harm, no foul. AI5Q saying 73 to all, and we will be clear and the net will be secure.
WAKG